What if I told you that one of the most powerful superheroes ever discovered isn't from some comic book, but actually lives inside the human body? Today, we're going to unlock the secrets of a microscopic champion, a bacterium with a genetic toolkit so advanced, it could literally change the future of medicine. Okay, let's just think about this for a sec. What really makes a superhero? Is it some kind of incredible strength, an impenetrable defense system, or maybe a secret weapon that takes down the bad guys? Well, guess what? Our hero today has all three. We're about to explore the genome of a bacterium that checks every single one of those boxes, and then some. All right, so here's the plan. We'll kick things off with our hero's origin story. Then, we're going to uncover its three main superpowers, a totally unique diet, a defense system that's like a fortress, and a pretty amazing precision weapon. And finally, we'll get into why this one tiny little organism could have such a huge impact. Every great hero has an origin story, right? A world they come from, a place they fight to protect. And for our microscopic champion, that world happens to be one of the most complex and vital ecosystems inside the human body. This is it. This is the world our hero protects, the vaginal microbiome. The best way to think of it is like a bustling city, where the friendly lactobacillus bacteria are the peacekeepers. Their number one job is to keep the whole environment acidic, which creates this amazing protective barrier against any invaders. So it really all comes down to a delicate balance. When lactobacillus is in charge, the neighborhood is safe, it's protected. But if harmful bacteria start to take over, the scales tip, that protective shield starts to fail, and the door is suddenly wide open for infections. This is the battle that's happening constantly, and it's exactly why heroes are needed. And here it is. Let's meet the hero of the hour, Lactobacillus pentosus KCA1. Now, this is really interesting. It was first isolated from a healthy woman in Nigeria. And as we're about to see, its geographic origin is a massive clue to its unique and incredibly powerful genetic arsenal. All right, every hero needs energy, right? And this is where KCA1's first superpower really comes into play. Its unbelievable ability to find fuel almost anywhere. It has a diet that just sets it completely apart from all of its relatives. At the very heart of this power is something researchers call a sugar island. And no, it's not a vacation spot. It's a huge stretch of its DNA that's just jam-packed with genes all dedicated to one thing, eating all different kinds of sugars. It's like having a pantry that's stocked for any possible scenario you could imagine. So just how special is it? Well, this sugar island contains the genetic code for 91 proteins that are completely unique to KCA1. You just don't find them in its close relatives. That's like having 91 extra tools in your toolkit that let you break down and use nutrients that nobody else can even touch. So what's on the menu? It's definitely not simple stuff. KCA1 can feast on really complex molecules like remnosides from plants, or even hydantone, a compound that most other bacteria just completely ignore. But here's the most important part. It's perfectly equipped to break down polyglycans, which are the complex sugars found right there in the vaginal mucus. This gives it a constant source of energy to protect its home turf. Okay, so being strong is one thing, but a true hero also has to be able to defend itself. And KCA1 lives in a dangerous world, under constant threat from a pretty relentless enemy. The arch nemesis of pretty much any bacterium is a type of virus called a phage. These are basically microscopic predators that hunt down and destroy bacteria. For most bacteria, a phage attack is a death sentence. Game over. But not for KCA1. It has evolved this incredibly sophisticated, multi-layered defense system that turns it into a fortress. So while its cousins, like Lactobacillus plantarum, might be vulnerable, KCA1 is armed and ready for a fight. And this defense grid is just amazing. First, it's got CRISPR systems. Think of these as a viral most wanted list. It basically remembers past attackers so it can recognize and shred their DNA if they show up again. Second, it has abortive infection, or ABI systems, and this is a truly heroic move. If a single cell gets infected, it triggers a self-destruct protocol to stop the virus from spreading to its neighbors. And finally, its toxin-antitoxin systems act like a survival switch, putting the cell into a kind of hibernation during stressful times, allowing it to just outlast threats until things get better. And the data absolutely backs this up. Just look at the ABI systems, that self-destruct protocol. KCA1 has at least 3 complete working systems. Its relative IG1 has some pieces, but they're incomplete. And the common L. plantarum strains, 0. None. they're completely defenseless in this department. I mean, the difference in resilience is just staggering. When we look at the toxin-antitoxin systems, its survival toolkit, KCA1 has 7 complete systems. 7! In contrast, the really well-studied L. plantarum WCFS1 only has 1. This kind of genetic depth is exactly what makes KCA1 such an incredible survivor. So KCA1 can out-eat and out-defend its competition. But you know what they say? The best defense is a good offense. This superhero doesn't just protect, it actively fights back with a highly sophisticated secret weapon. Deep within its genome, researchers found this incredible discovery: a whole cluster of genes responsible for making something they named pentosin KCA1. This is the official scientific name for our hero's secret weapon. So what is a bacteriocin? Well, think of it like a natural, precision-guided antibiotic. Unlike broad-spectrum antibiotics that kind of just wipe out everything, a bacteriocin is more like a sniper rifle. It specifically targets and eliminates rival bacteria that are competing for space and resources, all without causing any collateral damage to the wider community. And KCA1 has the entire factory for this weapon coded right into its DNA. It's a whole assembly line. It starts with the precursor gene, which is the core blueprint. Then some helper proteins come in to assist with assembly. A regulator controls when the weapon gets produced. It's like an on-off switch. And finally, a dedicated transporter ships the finished weapon out of the cell. It's a complete, self-contained weapon system. The whole shebang. So, we've got a microbe that can eat anything, defend against anything, and fight back with absolute precision. But why does this one bacteria matter so much? Let's zoom out and take a look at the bigger picture here. The discovery of KCA1 is a true game changer. For one, its unique genetics gives us a powerful blueprint for creating the next generation of probiotics, ones that are way more effective and resilient. Its very existence, found in a Nigerian woman, just proves that there's this huge world of undiscovered microbial diversity in global populations that we've only just started to explore. It deepens our understanding of how a healthy microbiome is maintained, and its special weapon, that pentosin, offers us a totally new kind of tool for fighting pathogens. KCA1 is such a powerful reminder that we're basically walking ecosystems, filled with trillions of these tiny organisms fighting epic battles on our behalf every single day. Which really leaves us with a final fascinating question. How many other microbial superheroes just like this one are out there, right inside us, just waiting for us to find them?